All right, well, what's the conclusion of all this? He says that he believes that the information in this chapter provides solid advice on how to think about Christianity and science, particularly intelligent design theory and the blind watchmaker theory. So he says, if I'm right about this, then this information will give us a way to go forward.
All right. So there it is. That's kind of the final chapter of this book on scientism and secularism. And he gives us kind of an illustration and a way to hold to, various Christians' belief, especially with regard to this intelligent design evolutionary argument. He has actually two more pages, right? At
Right.
the very end of the book that he calls one final plea. And so what is it here? Well, so let's look at his one final plea. He says in this book, he's endeavored to make numerous rational arguments with careful definitions about the nature of scientism. After carefully considering scientism's claim, he's come to the conclusion that it's not science, that it undermines science, and that it encourages people to misuse science. And that because it is so widely believed, it ends up hurting Christians who buy into its deceptive lies, he tells us. And so the disastrous implications of the secularization of our culture, with scientism being the primary mover here, are largely due to evangelical ignorance of this issue. Scientism, he says, is a silent yet deadly killer of Christianity. But the evidence presented in this book, he believes, provides part of a successful inoculation against scientism. Please, he pleads, do not fail to act on what you have read. So there's his final plea.
Yeah. So just because someone can put on a lab coat, put a stethoscope around their neck, it doesn't mean that you have to fully trust them as the only source of truth for being a doctor there. So
there you go. Yeah, or anything.
Right, exactly. And I think the secondary effects that we see in the world today are probably a good indicator of his strong position of accepting the Christian worldview, but that's probably for a different book.